Our next task is the Department of Labor. And the reason that we're going there is it's a little like 5 minutes before noon. The reason, and as y'all know, I did pretty good today but I do good every day, from like 7:30 to I guess 10:30. I did my morning job things, following up on jobs and stuff, and connects in the morning. Then I took my shower, and then I took the walk to the soup kitchen, and then I guess from about 11:30 to 12, had a quick lunch. Basically, it was just soup, and then they had some packaged cookies and snack bars. And so those are in my bag, and a tuna fish sandwich, which I put extra mayo on just to in my bag as well. So every time I leave there, though, I feel really tired and sluggish, just because of the food, I think. Um, what I'm noticing about me and people is that I was sweetied today by someone that had originally had high esteem for me, right? I was sweetied by this person. What happened was I was wondering if any of the other people ended up going to, um, that place. So one of the guys walked by and I asked, and he said no. And then he said something, sweetie. He called me sweetie. I hate that. And so, my curiosity, if somebody calls you sweetie, if they sweetie you and they haven't been sweetying you before, there's a reason. But basically, what I found out from the truth that was offered to me is because I don't really speak anymore. They try to connect by getting, information. And then the thing about me, the truth about me is I'm very authentic. But it's like if I'm really tired that day, yesterday, whatever day it was, that the guy was following me a couple days ago down the road, that changed my attitude and my perception because I'm feeling like I'm being stalked. I can't be happy and I can't be me. So that was it. So knowing that to be true, and also I got feedback last night, from this girl, the girl that I was saying, I told her exactly what I felt was manipulative and things like that. And she did exactly those things. And I have a feeling that she knew that that place, didn't, that's what it was just a walkthrough, and they were putting it through as a job fair, but that's like the first step of it, I guess. So that's what that was. Yeah, so I'm on my way to the Department of Labor. The reason why is because my 3 o'clock interview is kind of near there. And so I'll already be in the vicinity. It's a long walk. Do I feel uncomfortable? Because that man, like I said, I feel like he watches me when I leave. Like, not like intently watching, but sometimes because he's nosy. His brother used to date the landlord or whatever. So, and then on top of that, he has a perception of me. This is before I was behind the bills. I don't know where the perception came from all of a sudden out of the blue because it wasn't there originally. But I saw that perception. It's when it first became real was, when I went to that buffet place and I didn't even know it was him, but he was paying attention to me and it was negatively, right? And so since then, like I said, I'm noticing now, then since then I noticed that he would drive past the house and like drive real slow and have somebody in the car obviously talking shit. So that's why I need to make eye contact, to because it's just like animals when you show that you're afraid, where you're averting your eyes and this that, and the other, you know, I don't think that's good. I think in this case I need to make eye contact, exert myself as someone that is someone. Hello, how are you? You doing okay? And if you have something to say to me, say it. You know, because they're dependent on you to be that way. But anyways, so forget all that. Probably he is doing something weird back there. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm pretty sure he is, right? I don't think it'll be anything nominal, but I think it will be weird and it will be invasive and will be something that I don't appreciate. Yeah. So, hmm. So yeah. So, Department of Labor. Do I know how to get hit there like this? I think I do. But for the Department of Labor, and I guess since I'm in the area, I could go ahead and pick up the police report if it's ready. just to have it and be done, hopefully done with that chapter in my life. But it'll probably be something else because that's how it works. Yeah. So I think I can do that. Pick up the police report, then come back to the Department of Labor because I have until 3 o'clock, right? Come back to the Department of Labor, and I should have a couple of hours to. But the only issue is that I don't have all my stuff with me, and I don't have it with me because it was heavy. And think about you're already hot and sweaty, and then you're gonna try to go to an interview. I got a sweater tied around me to put on, but try to go to an interview with all that stuff. I don't think so. And then on top of that, I'm still maybe not be able to log into my email. So I changed my email address, not email address, my password, and hopefully that changes things and makes things better. I don't know that it will, but yeah. So yeah, I got to make eye contact with people. Just like I remember, being in, I think it was Hollywood, somewhere in Florida, right, South Florida, and I was talking about how cars and stuff would stop you. And I was like, well, how do you respond to that? And then this girl was telling me that what she do is she'll turn around and make direct eye contact with them and just look at them until they stop looking, you know? And so that's the thing, regardless of who it is, make eye contact, period, because you need to see what you're dealing with, you know? And I think, like I said, the eye contact thing is something about whether the other person shrivels or not. I know for a fact that I have definitely, I shriveled in that because I remember how bad I felt when this person that I felt was a neighbor, even if they don't like you, that, in my mind and in my heart, I was just like, yeah, even though these people don't like me, when they see me get myself together, that, they'll definitely, if something bad would happen or they notice somebody harming me, they would definitely be the person to step out and reach out and say something. But no, these people are saying harmful things, I'm like, wow. So that was hurtful. And when people hurt you like that, and I guess the hurt comes from, you want to think the world is just so good, giddy place. And, bad stuff about this person that's really bad stuff. This person try to, whatever. And it's like, you would think that would cause them to act right, but they know that you're not going to say anything, you know? And then also that lady that forced me to take that ride with her, the woman that was kind of somehow doing okay at mentoring me at that church, she, after that communication, she no longer, she's no longer responding to me. So I think that, that lady that was giving me a ride, it wasn't for the purpose of giving me a ride, which I already knew because I didn't need a ride, and I said that. And I don't know, this week must be the week of the rides, right? Because that's all it's been. This morning when I called that guy, and what I'm finding out too, all of these are supposed to be separate things, but I'll address them separately in a minute. But so I can file them in different inboxes or whatever, different folders. But the guy that I called this morning, about recent, I went to, what did I do? Yesterday I went to check on food stamps because I was there, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And then there was another reason I was there too. I think it was that. Oh, also I wanted to see if I could get some shoes for this interview, but they didn't. But as I was sitting there were these guys that I'd never seen there before. They were walking by, talking loud and whatever, and laughing and wearing suits. And I was like, well, what is it? What services do they provide? I want to know because whatever it is they got, it seemed like I probably need it, right? And basically, there was a mixed couple that was out there that really was closed mouth about it because I guess if they told me what services they believe that he rendered, they would be telling on themselves about what services they get, And and that's not what they necessarily wanted to do. I'll be so glad when this is over. And it's coming to a close. I just hate going to. Didn't want to go back to the police department again, And then I don't want to go back there, ever. But anyhow, so So what it turns out is that he just mentioned, and it was respectful that, he saw me walking yesterday and he was going to offer me a ride, but he didn't know how I would feel about that. And I just told him, yeah, the ride thing is the thing for me. I don't typically need rides, because I've gotten accustomed to walking and getting where I need to go. But it's always good to ask. But if I say no once, I mean no. But here's something you could help me with. And I gave him the website again to go and add 3 things to the needs form or whatever. Don't think he's going to do it. What I'm finding about what he does do is that with, I guess it's like job assistance or whatever. And what I'm understanding is that he's a volunteer, right? And on top of that, being a volunteer, it's like basically what he does from what I can see is he is basically doing the same thing I'm doing, finding jobs on Indeed and having you apply for them at his computer is basically what it is. But I wanted to give it a try and see. And what he said and how he sold it, he's a good salesperson. He said that he's a good salesperson because when he dresses up, then he laughs and he talks loud, which makes you think that he's happy, right? And then from there, it's I'm so done. But then from there, what he says, which is a good game, but it's not true. He's like, oh yeah, if you do your application through me, I'll send it in as a referral. I'll have a referral for you. That's not true either. Basically, what it is, because where it says who referred you, his name ain't the name you're going to put, because I asked to make sure, because since he was advertising so much that it was a referral, I'm so tired of the police station. I don't want to go here no more. I'm not going to say what almost happened, but yeah. So, yeah. So basically, all that's really happening is that you're applying for jobs on his computer. Is what's happening, and he's getting credit. I guess some type of credit. I don't know how that works if it goes through, or I don't know what the situation is there. So, but I gave it a try just to see, and that's what it is. Okay. But the good thing is that he's really friendly, or not friendly, but he's ready, willing, and able to give his information. So if you need a connection or a network, that would be it, right? But I did get offended at one point, and I'm going to do this separately now, because we know the only point of this one is just what my next steps are. I'm on my way to the police station to pick up that report one last time, hopefully. But I know it's going to be something else crazy on it. But if it's something else crazy on it, I'm just going to leave it alone. And it'll probably be even crazier. It was nothing really crazy. Last time was just a small mistake. But this time, it may be absolutely crazy. And if that's the case, I'm just going to leave it alone. I just know that I don't need to mess with the police. But what do you do with somebody stalking you? That's why I need to get my website together, because that's where I need to post the information so people can see it, and then that's it, whatever happens or doesn't happen from that is what it is, right? Okay, so anyways, I'm going to stop this live stream. I'm live streaming until I get to where I go. That's basically what's happening. And go to the next one. It's going to be about First Baptist Church update, which I'm about to be walking past, coincidentally.